Broadcasting live from Youngville, North Carolina and Ontario, Canada. This is Got Mead Live, a weekly show where Vicky Rowe and AJ Aramutz bring you the mead news, meadery info, and mead-making discussions from all over, talking with mead makers, mead owners, industry mavens, and influencers. This is Got Mead Live, a weekly podcast about mead and the people who love it and where the mead world is going. And now here are your hosts, Got Mead owner Vicky Rowe and mead and wine maker AJ Aramutz.
Live from lots of different places, because I don't have the stuff in front of me, from Washington, the TARDIS in Florida, down under, and the Bunny Pen in Ottawa, Canada. It has Got Me Live. Welcome to the show, and let's get things rolling. Tonight we're going to be talking with Kirk Jones, who is the owner of St. Ambrose Cellars in Beulah, Michigan, real close to my old stomping grounds where I grew up, about 30 miles from where I grew up, as a matter of fact, and I make an attempt to visit there every time I go home. They're really interesting, both a meadery and also pretty big honey producers. They were beekeepers first, so they do honey all up and down the East Coast, and they actually have a honey collection facility in the panhandle of Florida as well as in Michigan, so they're pretty good size. So I think we're going to hear some really interesting stuff about honey tonight.
Well, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. So what are we drinking tonight?
Well, I've got a Chateau Chevette Maple Mead of unspecified age because I forgot to label it and I'm too lazy to go look it up in my logbook.
Okay. Well, it seems to be Maple Night because I'm finishing off David Webb's Maple Port.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
I'm having an espresso.
A double espresso with
a double
with powdered chocolate on it. A double with powdered chocolate. Yeah. So much foam that your daughter felt like she had to comment on it.
Yes. I think she wanted me to scrape it off as a baby chino for her, but too bad.
Probably ought to take my mouse pointer off the mic mute button just in case the computer decides to get frisky. You never know with these mini computers, man. I'm telling you. Okay, so...
My problem about that is Van Helsing bouncing over the mouse.
Yeah, no pets in here at the moment. The dogs are out with Sammy and Eric out in the main part of the house, so I'm sequestered in the front bedroom, hanging out. But, okay, so you can find us everywhere. Listen to us live on the Got Mead website at gotmead.com, and also on our Facebook page at facebook.com/gotmead. If you are mobile and or want to listen to us off the air after we're done, you can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, TuneIn, and Stitcher, and Spreaker as well, which is where we broadcast from. And you can download the shows from any of these places onto your mobile device and take us with you wherever you go. Most of them have both iOS and Android apps so that you can, get it on your phone or tablet. Replays are always available on gotmead.com as well as on Spreaker, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher as well, and goes back to the very first show. So feel free to go and listen to us whenever and wherever you want. On Facebook, you can find us at facebook.com/gotmead, as well as we have a Gotmead group and a Gotmead patrons group, which is reserved for Gotmead patrons. The Gotmead groups, if you just search Gotmead, will pop right up. On Twitter, find us at Gotmead Now, and if you can't call us, you can certainly tweet us. Making Mead Back to Basics, the second half of the show. If you want to send us a question, just go to gotmead.com, put your mouse over the Gotmead Live radio show, and there's a drop down there where you can click through to send us any questions you might have that you want us to ask our guests or just talk about on the show. And if you want to call us during the show, call us at 803-443-MEAD. That's 803 443-6323, and you can call us anytime during this show. Because of the computer and the way it seems to work, at least for this show and the next one, because I'm on the road in Washington right now, if you call and I don't pick it up, it's because the software is being stupid, and I will get your number. I will see your number when you come in, and I will call you back. So apologies for the awkwardness of it, but this is just the way the Skype on this computer works for some reason. All of this, we all work for free because we're just that awesome, and also because we love Mead. But the software and the hosting and all of that stuff, that costs real cash flowing money. So if you like what you hear, if you like Got Mead, and you want to help us keep things going, consider becoming a supporting patron member. It's only $30 a year, and you get access to our patron group on Facebook as well as the patron boards on the Got Mead forum. And that's where you're going to find award-winning recipes and a lot of other really cool stuff, as well as some of the top mead makers in the country and even the world that hang out there and chit-chat. So it's well worth the $30 a year to get into that. And for those who signed up as patrons last week or who renewed, thank you so much. Your patronage is greatly appreciated, and I just wanted to say thanks. So, why don't we go ahead and do our first promo for St. Ambrose? Hello?
You want to take it, Hamish?
Wake up, Hamish. Geez, not enough espresso yet?
Good afternoon. No, sorry, I actually had a mouthful of my lunch. But apologies for that.
To eating and broadcasting at the same time.
Little warning next time would be great. But hey, at St. Ambrose Cellars, we handcraft award-winning modern takes on the world's most ancient drinks. We make traditional meads, draft meads, sour meads, ciders, and wines in our
Beulah,
Michigan facility. From traditional meads like our Tupelo Ambrosia to our innovative sour draft mead like Black Madonna and gold medal award-winning wines, we have a drink for everyone. Learn more at www.stambrosecellars.com. We ship to 37 states through our online store.
Thank you, Hamish. So, all right, let me go ahead and get Kirk in here. And we will have a conversation. There we go. Doing this on this teeny little keyboard is a royal pain in the butt.
I have trouble just on a laptop keyboard. I don't know how you can work on one of those micro things.
It's like a 3/4 keyboard, and I'm constantly making typos. This is why I hate typing on it, but it is what it is.
Hey.
Hi. Hey, Kirk. How you doing?
Hi, Vicky.
Welcome
Good.
to Got Mead Live, man.
Sounds pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I've got AJ in Canada and Hamish, who's in Australia, on with us. Our Florida co-host Manny is not available this evening, unfortunately. But
Evening, Kirk.
Hello. This is Hamish.
Yeah, that's right, mate.
And hi, Kirk.
Hello. Hi, AJ.
Yeah, I think your voice has become pretty well known, AJ. Hamish is getting there.
Well, how can you miss the
Well,
awesome
gee,
accent?
I could always put on a bit of a... no, I can't even do it.
Yeah, no, don't even. Yeah.
Crikey!
Oh, dear.
Hey, Hamish, where are you at in the UK?
No, he's not. He's in Australia.
Australia, I'm sorry. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, so down south in Melbourne, in Victoria, in Australia.
Yeah, nice. You making mead down there?
As often as I can, but not as often as I'd like to. That's for sure.
Right on.
What he's not telling you is that he won an award in Australia's biggest competition last week.
Awesome.
Maybe.
Congratulations, Hamish.
Thank you.
How about you, AJ?
Oh, I'm also not getting as much done as I wish I was. I got plans to start, but I've had plans to start for quite some time. I've got a lot of stuff I haven't bottled. So I need to make a bunch of carboy space in order to start anything new. And I'm lazy. It hasn't gotten done yet.
It's a good time of year. It's getting colder, and at least up here in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah, we just got about 6 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had two.
Probably
I had 2 batches that were supposed to get racked into tertiary before I left, and because my daughter went into the hospital to have the baby early, they're still sitting there. So I'm hoping that I don't have rotten leaves by the time I get back.
Sharon,
it's just getting warm here, so we don't like to start brewing at this point. So, yeah, we're just going to enjoy the spring and summer and get back into it come March.
My wife makes mead with her girlfriends, and they're beekeepers, a bunch of them, and she put up. We went out in this summer in the rain and picked this elderflower, and it's so friggin' awesome. She's got a carboy of it in the house.
Oh, nice.
Just, like Saint Germain liqueur.
Okay, yeah.
Just, oh my God, it's scrumptious. The French make it.
Elderflower is one of my favorites. I haven't had a mead with elderflower yet, but I've had the elderflower champagne before. It's quite spectacular.
I'm working on one, but I don't have any fresh right now. I tried the dried flowers, and it just doesn't translate.
Like grapes versus raisins?
Yeah. Yeah. You got it.
Yeah, you get there's a lot of difference between the two. I mean, they even tell you that when you're cooking is there's, dried spices and fresh spices, and there's a big difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah. So, we've got your story, but the people out there might not have your story. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved in all this. I loved the whole went back to do the back to the land thing in northern Michigan, which, since I grew up there, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you can relate.
Yeah, I totally can. So yeah, tell us and of course everybody out there a little bit about you and your business and Sharon and stuff.
Well, I got into the bees, and that was my door into mead making. And it was way back in the 60s. I lived in Louisiana, out in the countryside, and it was like bayous and woods and all that. And us kids would go out and spend our time in the woods all the time, and we would find bee trees. And one time we found a bee tree. It was like laying sideways. You could see in the end of the log, and it was just full of bees. And they didn't sting us. We just got right up close and watched them. So that memory kind of stuck with me. And finally had an opportunity years later. I moved into northern Michigan, and it's like way in the sticks, way up north. And I bought a log cabin, and I was just getting settled in. And I met this girl that lived in a teepee, Sharon. She's still my wife, and we're still together. And started raising vegetables, next thing you know, we got married, got into maple syrup, with all the sugar maples up here. And the next, then we just segued right into honeybees because we wanted to make all our, self-sufficient and all that back in those days. And I got a couple hives, and it was like awesome. It worked out the first year. I got a nice honey crop. I had a beekeeper come by, and he said, "Oh yeah, looks great. Hives are healthy." And then I had a whole bunch of honey to deal with, way more than I could eat. So I sold it to the food co-op in Traverse City, Michigan, that I'm still with today. It's one of our better customers. And next year, got another 10 hives, and it just started building up and slowly got away. It was like back in those days in northern Michigan, there weren't hardly any jobs. So I drove a school bus, worked in the cherry plants, picked apples, anything we could, made snow at the ski resort. But the whole time I was working on the honeybees. And finally we got a full-blown bee operation going. And you know what happens when you got honey? You're going to make mead at some point. So we got into mead, and it's funny that where it really took off was we finally